November, Mike Bravo company announcing a $40 million direct register offering. India November Bravo, correction, India November Mike Bravo is the ticker for Inmune. Oris Medical, Echo Alpha Romeo Sandy company announcing, highlighting the publication of data from preclinical studies of its Bentrio nasal spray for the prevention and mitigation of SARS-CoV-2. Bentrio was well tolerated in vitro, company citing up to 99% reduction of SARS-CoV-2 viral titer with prophylactic treatment versus controls. Shares of Oris Medical moving higher here. Echo Alpha Romeo Bravo. Snowflake Sandy November Oscar Whiskey shares ticking a little higher here on some light volume. The company in a press release announcing support of Unified ID 2.0. Sandy November Oscar Whiskey. O2 Micro Oscar India Mike in a press release, company highlighting it was granted a patent for auto detecting battery cells disconnection with RC analysis methodology. That's ticker Oscar India Mike Mike. Workday Whiskey Delta Alpha Yankee company announcing that it has been selected by RSM US to help scale its growing business and better serve customers with Workday Financial Management, Workday Human Capital Management, and Workday Professional Services Automation. No terms disclosed on this contract. Whiskey Delta Alpha Yankee. Oatly Group, Oscar Tango Lima Yankee shares ticking lower here. CNBC recently tweeting out an article highlighting that Oatly is accused of overstating revenue and greenwashing by short seller Spruce Point Capital. Shares of Oatly trading down about 5% here. Oscar Tango Lima Yankee. Clear One, Charlie Lima, Romeo Oscar in a press release, company highlighting the launch of its all-in-one Versa media bar for professional quality video conferencing. Charlie Lima, Romeo Oscar. Verb Technology, Victor Echo, Romeo Bravo, Market America Worldwide /shop.com, and Verb Technology announcing a partnership to launch Shop Live. It's Victor Echo, Romeo Bravo. No terms disclosed on this partnership. Ondas Holdings, Oscar November, Delta Sandy Company's SPAC merger partner, American Robotics, announcing it received a purchase order from a Fortune 100 oil and gas company for its autonomous scout system. This is a drone company. No terms disclosed on the deal. Oscar November, Delta Sandy. under 10 minutes left in the pre-market trading session.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, man. It's a good pre-market so far. We have MINM. All right, let's go ahead and put the charts. JMAR, you made some good trades this morning. You're saying on the chat. Took MDIA from 869 to 11. Wow, man. That is awesome, brother. That's awesome. So this is MINM. All right. So this one is currently right now downtrending. You can see it broke this flag right here. And we're below the 200 EMA. Okay, so not good. Remember, 200 EMA and VWAP is where the sellers and the buyers meet. It's always a tug of war, and depending on what direction we go, either bullish or bearish. In this case, we're bearish on this stock.
22nd Century Group, X-Ray, India
We could find some support
it adds
here
a strategic partnership with
on
Sawatch
this area.
Agricultural and Folium Botanical for next-gen commercial hemp, cannabis plant breeding, and commercial scale-up.
could find some
Not
support
seeing
around this
terms
area
in this deal
and hopefully
disclosed in the press
bounce up
release. It's ticker X-ray
to the 200 EMA. Okay, so that's that one. OXBR, another great run this morning. Also downtrending now, below the 200 EMA. We need to get above, break above 200 EMA, and then we're gonna have
4-minute warning here until the open of the U.S. stock market.
Right here, 82, and there we're gonna have some resistance right here, and then hopefully we can break this high of day. All right, so right now we're in a bearish formation. Right now we need to get above VWAP and 200 EMA to be considered bullish. So DTSS, another great one. This is in the uptrending mode. So this one's looking very, very good. Let's see, 650 already pressed 624. So this is not going to become support at some point. Right, so this area should hold a support. See if we can get a 475. 675 would be the next target. That area, so very bullish. I would wait for this one for a pullback. Okay, maybe to around this area right here of support, and then see if we can go for another run. Right now it's kind of high. It's kind of chasing right now. So then we have Jzxn currently above 200 EMA. We do have a downtrend signal here, so we need to get above the VWAP so we be considered bullish. But as long as we're over the 200 EMA, it still has a chance. Okay. So this one has a lot of room to run if it gets a lot of momentum. So you can see here, 780 is where we have that trend line. If we break above that, we have room to about 860. Yeah, that would be the next resistance. If you've been following the channel, you see how well this trends hit on the daily and on the 4 hour. So they hold up very well. And then JMR said he is watching RKT. Okay, currently downtrending. This one moved very well yesterday. CTIB currently downtrending below 200 EMA. I don't like nothing that's below the 200 EMA. And I don't trade nothing that's below the 200 EMA. Okay, so this one's getting above the 200 EMA. So we need to get above the VWAP, hold 200 EMA, VWAP, and get across. So, all right, guys, the market's gonna open. Let's be ready. These are my top watches: OXBR, DTSS, and MNIM. I'm also watching Baba, Snow, and Apple for some option day trades.
About 20 seconds until the open of the U.S. stock market. Stock's now open for trade. Good luck, everyone. Stock's opening at a pre-market high. S&P 500 futures up 0.4%, 43.79 last trade in S&P 500 futures.
Okay, the TSS hitting the 675 target. A number of stocks marking new 52-week highs today just at the open. Apple, Visa, Alexion, Alpha Lima X-Ray November, Estee Lauder, ticker Echo Lima, Starbucks, Intuit, India November Tango Uniform, Adobe, Alpha Delta Bravo Echo, Campbell's, Charlie Papa Bravo, and also Google, all making new 52-week highs right at the open. Stocks moving to new highs here. S&P 500 futures over a near-term resistance level at 43.80, now at 43.82.5. That's up about 0.5%. More new 52-week highs here. Target, Pepsi, and Nike also making new 52-week highs just after the open. Dtss, Delta Tango, Sandy is the big winner here just after the open. The stock trading up more than 100%. Oxbridge, Re, Oscar, X-Ray, Bravo, Romeo shares up 35%. Allied Healthcare Products, Alpha Hotel Papa India down 32%. Alena Pharmaceuticals, Alpha Lima November Alpha down 26%. And Juzu Holdings, Juliet Zoo X-Ray November shares up 24%. Those are your top 5 movers via Benzinga Pro's Movers tool.
SGOCO Group, Sandy Golf, Oscar Charlie shares halted on a circuit breaker here. The stock halted up 34%. Sandy Golf, Oscar Charlie. Red Cat Romeo Charlie Alpha Tango halted on a circuit breaker. The stock halted up
RCAT
from session lows, but still down about 3% for the session. Romeo Charlie Alpha Tango. Clover Healthcare, Charlie Lima Oscar Victor shares rebounding from just above the 880 level. The stock turning positive, now up 2%. Shares now over the $9 level. Charlie Lima Oscar Victor. Dtss Jzxn Alpha Tango Oscar Sandy shares over the $7 level at a new session high. The stock up 12% for the session. Alpha Tango Oscar Sandy.
XBR.
Allied Healthcare Products Alpha Hotel Papa India shares halted on a circuit breaker at a new intraday high. The stock still down about 23% for the session, but well off of session lows. Alpha Hotel Papa India. Scalping Tango Alpha Oscar Papa shares marking a new session high at 437. The stock up about 11% here. Tango Alpha Oscar Papa. Roblox Romeo Bravo Lima X-Ray shares falling about $1.50 following the open of trade. The stock now down 2%. 82.48 last trade in Roblox Romeo Bravo Lima X-Ray. Red Cat Romeo Charlie Alpha Tango shares resume trade. The stock pulling back from a session high around 480. Romeo Charlie Alpha Tango. AMC Entertainment, Alpha Mike Charlie shares at a new session low below the $37 level. The stock down 6% here. Alpha Mike Charlie.
DTSS holding the support very, very well.
Virgin Galactic, Sandy Papa Charlie Echo shares rebounding off of the 3650 level here, but around a session low. The stock down 3% here. Sandy Papa Charlie Echo. SGOCO Group, Sandy Golf Oscar Charlie shares should be resuming in the next couple minutes here at 9:44 and 40 seconds a.m. Eastern Time. Sandy Golf Oscar Charlie. Allied Healthcare Products, Alpha Hotel Papa India shares resuming trade here. Stock pulling back from a session high, down 25%. Alpha Hotel Papa India. Boeing Bravo Alpha shares rebounding from a session low at 227.35 over the last couple minutes. The stock turning positive and now up 0.8% over the 230 level. Ticker Bravo Alpha. Moving Image Technologies, Mike India Tango Charlie shares rebounding off a pre-market low at 602. The stock briefly touching over the $7 level over just last few seconds here. The stock still down about 5%. Mike India Tango Quebec. SGOC Group, Sandy Golf Oscar Charlie shares resume trade. Shares of SGOC up 46% for the session, over $14. Sandy Golf Oscar Charlie. CIT Group, Charlie India Tango, seeing a block trade in the issue, about 825,000 shares at $48. The stock moving to a new session high. Following that block, shares are up nearly 2%. Charlie India Tango. Alibaba, Bravo Alpha shares marking a new intraday low here below the 214 and approaching the 213 level. The stock now below 213, still up 1.5% for the session. Bravo Alpha. Not expecting any U.S. data at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, but note that the Bank of Canada will be giving an interest rate decision at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The EIA will be giving its reading on crude oil inventories for last week. Seen a Bloomberg headline here citing CNBC that former Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says he doesn't think inflation is transitory. Seen block trades in a couple of telco names here, AT&T ticker T and also Verizon ticker Victor Zulu. Seen a 4.6 million share block trade in AT&T and a 2.7 million share block trade in Verizon. Those block trades going off in the same second. Media Co Holdings, Mike Delta India Alpha shares halted on a circuit breaker. The stock halted at 1126, up 36%. Its ticker Mike Delta India Alpha. Wilhelmina Whiskey Hotel Lima Mike, low volume issue here, about 3,000 shares traded, halted on a circuit breaker, up 18%. Whiskey Hotel Lima Mike. Former Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin saying he thinks that the Fed should trim its asset purchases immediately. Bank of Canada interest rate decision coming up in about 4 minutes at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. A good ticker to watch on that release is the iShares MSCI Canada Index. It's an ETF. Echo Whiskey Charlie is the ticker. Media Co Holdings, Mike Delta India Alpha shares resume trade following a circuit breaker and continuing higher. The stock now up about 44% for the session. Mike Delta India Alpha. A Reuters headline here saying that the United Arab Emirates energy minister has said there has been no agreement reached yet with OPEC Plus on the supply deal, and deliberations are continuing. Crude oil trading down about 0.6% today, 74.82 per barrel last trade in crude oil. Wilhelmina Whiskey Hotel Lima Mike shares resume trade following a circuit breaker halt and continuing higher here. Whiskey Hotel Lima Mike. Splash Beverage, Sandy Bravo, Echo Victor company out with a press release announcing integration of Oracle's NetSuite software into its QSplash e-commerce sales platform. Sandy Bravo, Echo Victor. Inspira Technologies, ticker India, November, an IPO for today, opening at $5. The IPO price at $5.51 per unit. India, November. Media Co. Holdings, Mike Delta, India Alpha shares resume trade. Also shares of SGOCO Group, Sandy Golf, Oscar Charlie halted on a circuit breaker. Bank of Canada leaving its overnight rate unchanged. A couple more comments here from the Bank of Canada after leaving overnight interest rate unchanged. Bank of Canada will be scaling back its bond buying program to 2 billion Canadian dollars per week. Will be citing increased confidence in its outlook. Bank of Canada saying there remains considerable excess slack in the economy. Bank of Canada cutting its 2020 growth forecast from 6.5% growth to 6% growth, and raising its 2022 and 2023 growth outlooks to 4.6 and 3.3% respectively. The MSCI Canada ETF Echo Whiskey Charlie shares ETF here moving to a session low following that Bank of Canada interest rate decision. The ETF up 0.2% for the session. Echo Whiskey Charlie.
RCAT bouncing here.
SGOCO Group Sandy Golf Oscar Charlie shares resume trade following a circuit breaker, and the stock initially marked a new session high and now pulling back from the $16 level. Shares are up about 62% for the session. Sandy Golf Oscar Charlie. GDS Technology, Gulf Delta Sandy shares rebounding from a session low at $72, but still down about 1% here. Traders circulating some commentary from Cowen that the firm views an announcement from the Chinese government as a, quote, big positive for the company. That's ticker Gulf Delta Sandy. AMC Entertainment, Alpha Mike Charlie shares falling below the $36 level, $35.89 last trade in AMC. The stock down 8.5%. Alpha Mike Charlie. Coming up in about 15 minutes at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, the EIA's reading on oil inventories for last week. Ahead of that data point, crude oil just recently rebounding off of the 74.60 per barrel level, trading down about 0.6% last trade at 74.77 per barrel in crude oil. Bank of America shares seeing a little pop from session low at 38.47. Bravo Alpha Charlie. Recent Reuters headline coming from the company's conference call. CEO Brian Moynihan saying, expect Bank of America to get back in the share buyback game. Bravo Alpha Charlie shares down 3% here. Ajax, ticker Alpha Juliet Alpha X-Ray. This is a low volume issue here, however, just seeing a 500,000 share block trade go off at 992. Before that block, the stock had traded just 4,000 shares of Ajax down 0.2% for the session. It's Alpha Juliet Alpha X-Ray.
MTSL making new highs at 497. I want to watch.
Concord Acquisition Corp. Charlie November Delta seeing a large block trade here, 500,000 shares at 10.50 per share. The stock up 0.25%. Charlie November Delta. Wilhelmina Whiskey Hotel Lima Mike shares halted on a circuit breaker. That's ticker Whiskey Hotel Lima Mike. Lordstown Motor, ticker Romeo India Delta Echo, shares rebounding at a session low at 829 and spiking higher here on volume. Shares still down about 2.5% for the session. Romeo India Delta Echo. Lordstown Motors, Romeo India Delta shares pulling back after a spike to a session high. The spike was to around the 867 level. Stock pulling back now back under the 840 level. The stock down 4% for the session. Benzinga news desk not seeing any news on Lordstown to justify that spike higher on volume. It's ticker Romeo India Delta Echo. Cannabis stocks quiet here. Bloomberg recently highlighting a comment from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer saying, quote, "It's time for a change on federal marijuana laws." EIA crude oil data coming up in about 30 seconds here. Expecting for the crude oil reading a draw of 4.359 million barrels. Not yet seeing the EIA inventory data. Looks like the release may have been delayed. Crude oil quiet here. Still not seeing crude oil data from the EIA. Crude oil remaining quiet here. Crude oil is ticking lower here, back below the 74.80 per barrel level. Still not seeing that inventory data for last week out of the EIA. The data point is usually out right at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. Sources on social media, on Twitter, also indicating a delay in the EIA figures. Stocks rebounding a couple points over the last few minutes here. S&P 500 futures rebounding from just above the 43.70 level, now back to the 43.75 level, down 0.3% for the session. Reuters reporting that an EIA spokesperson has said the U.S. petroleum data will be delayed till 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and keyword here used is expected at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. A couple of Benzinga programming notes here on Benzinga's YouTube channel today. A couple notable interviews. Next Gen Acquisition, ticker November Golf Alpha Charlie, the company's SPAC merger partner. XOS, the co-founder and CEO, will be interviewing at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, that ticker is November Golf Alpha Charlie. And then at 12:10 p.m. Eastern Time on Benzinga's Power Hour show, Quipt Home Medical, its ticker Quebec India Papa Tango, the CEO will be interviewing at 12:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Quebec India Papa Tango. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell calling the Democratic budget plan, quote, wildly out of proportion. That headline from Bloomberg. Ambac Financial, Alpha Mike Bravo Charlie just recently seen 2 block trades in the issue, both for 500,000 shares at $15 per share. The stock up 0.5% for the session. Alpha Mike Bravo Charlie. Expecting EIA crude oil inventory data out in about 4 minutes here. It was delayed by the EIA from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time to expected at 11 a.m. Well-built Whiskey Bravo Tango shares halted on a circuit breaker. The stock halted to the downside. Correction, that is news pending for well-built Whiskey Bravo Tango shares halted on code news pending. Well-built Whiskey Bravo Tango shares did fall about 4 cents just before that halt with code news pending. The stock just briefly turning negative, down about 0.5 penny here. Whiskey Bravo Tango. Apple Alpha Papa Lima shares marking a new intraday high at 149.30. That's up 2.5%. EIA crude oil inventory data expected out in less than 30 seconds here. Crude oil trading down 0.6% at 74.77 per barrel ahead of that data point. Microsoft, Mike, Sandy, Foxtrot, Tango, company out with a press release with highlights from its unveiling of Windows 365 Whiskey, Mike, Sandy, Foxtrot, Tango. Well-built Whiskey Bravo Tango company announcing a merger with Ali Group. Well-built shareholders will receive $24 per share in cash. Whiskey Bravo Tango. Reminder that shares of Well-Built Whiskey Bravo Tango were halted ahead of that news. Still not seeing that EIA crude oil data from the EIA. The release was expected to be around 11 a.m. and still not seeing the data. Largely unaffected here, 74.71 per barrel last trade in crude oil. That is down about 0.75%. Well-built ticker Whiskey Bravo Tango. Note that this is an NYSE stock, so we won't get a resume time following the news pending halt ahead of time. It will just open for trade. That's ticker Whiskey Bravo Tango, waiting on a resume in shares of Well-built. Shopify, Sandy, Hotel, Oscar, Papa shares quiet here. Bloomberg highlighting that Facebook has started its rollout of Facebook Pay with Shopify merchants. Note that back on June 15, 2021, there was a Bloomberg report that Shopify would be deepening its e-commerce collaboration with Facebook and Google. And Shopify shares seeing an uptick in volume, but the stock quiet here. Sandy, Hotel, Oscar, Papa. U.S. Energy, Uniform, Sandy, Echo, Golf. Shares halted on a circuit breaker, up 14%. The stock, a low volume issue, about 24,000 shares traded today. So far, Uniform, Sandy, Echo, Golf. Seen a headline that the EIA says it will now be issuing the weekly oil inventory data at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Seen that via Street Insider. Crude oil trading at 74.71 per barrel. The commodity has been quiet over the last 10 minutes or so.
Pretty slow day so far. Well, at least in the pennies. Getting some movement here on in the morning on Apple, Lulu, Twitter. I was able to scalp a little bit.
Facebook, ticker Foxtrot Bravo, a Reuters headline saying Facebook said starting August, businesses in the U.S. who use participating platforms will have the ability to enable Facebook Pay as payment options on their websites. That's ticker Foxtrot Bravo. Tesla, Tango, Sandy, Lima, Alpha, Inside EVs saying that Tesla Model Y long range appears to be sold out in the U.S. for Q3. That's ticker Tango, Sandy, Lima, Alpha. Shares of Tesla at a session high, up 1.4%. Tango, Sandy, Lima, Alpha. Next Gen Acquisition Corp November Golf Alpha Charlie shares trading up about 0.1% for the session, just ahead of an appearance by company's SPAC merger partner XOS on Benzinga's SPACs Attack YouTube show. That interview scheduled to start at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. November Golf Alpha Charlie. Workhorse Whiskey Kilo Hotel Sandy shares marking a new intraday low at 11.67 and rebounding a few pennies here from that level. Stock down 4% for the session. Whiskey Kilo Hotel Sandy. Beyond Meat Bravo Yankee November Delta shares at a new session low down under the 130 level. Stock down more than 5% for the session. Bravo Yankee November Delta. Well-built Whiskey Bravo Tango shares resuming trade here. The stock relatively quiet. The stock up 0.2%. Last trade at 23.30. Whiskey Bravo Tango. Media Therapeutics, Alpha Kilo Bravo Alpha, seeing a block trade in the issue. 2.9 million shares at $3.45 per share. Akebia shares up 4% today. Alpha Kilo Bravo Alpha.
Oil stocks are moving. Let's check out CEI. Yeah, not doing much. BBR.
U.S. Energy, Uniform Sandy Echo Golf shares resumed trade and continued higher and halted on another circuit breaker here. The stock up 38%. Uniform Sandy Echo Golf. Neo November India Oscar shares marking a new session low at 43.53. The stock down 3% here. November India Oscar.
I think USEG.
U.S. Energy Uniform Sandy Echo Golf. Note that we're not seeing any news to justify this move higher, but keep in mind this is a low float name, about 4 million shares in the issues float. Uniform Sandy Echo Golf. Alzamen Neuro, the ticker Alpha Lima Zulu November, shares rebounding from a session low and halted on a circuit breaker, up 5% for the session. Alpha Lima Zulu November. SunPower Sandy Papa Whiskey Romeo shares marking a new session low. Big volume bar in the issue as the stock marking a session low at 26.17. That's down nearly 7% for the session. Sandy Papa Whiskey Romeo. Alzaman Neuro Alpha Lima Zulu November stock is halted here. The company is an early clinical stage biopharma company focused on developing novel products for the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases and psychiatric disorders. Alpha Lima Zulu November shares halted up 5%.
Oh my god. USDG on hold this 40 new high.
U.S. Energy Uniform Sandy Echo Golf shares resume trade and continue higher here. Cinemark Charlie November Kilo shares seeing some volatility on a spike in volume here. AT&T recently out with a press release on its website. AT&T and Cinemark to develop next generation movie theater experience. Cinemark shares down about 3% here. Charlie November Kilo. Alzaman Alpha Lima Zulu November shares resume trade. Alpha Lima Zulu November. Next Gen Acquisition November Golf Alpha Charlie Company SPAC merger partner Exhaust currently interviewing on Benzinga's SPACs Attack Show. Exhaust founder Dakota Semler saying that the company has contracted orders for 116 vehicles for 2021. That's ticker November Golf Alpha Charlie. Stocks marking new session lows here, hanging on to positive territory, up about 0.1%. Last trade in S&P 500 futures, 43.66 and a quarter. S&P 500 futures now below the 43.65 level, 43.63 and 3/4.
And we're halted again.
EIA inventory data now out. Crude oil ticking higher here. Crude oil inventories for last week. Crude oil inventories, a draw of 7.897 million barrels. That is a larger than expected draw. Gasoline inventories, a surprise build here, 1.039 million barrel build. Economists had been looking for about a 2 million barrel draw, and distillate inventories, a build of 3.657 million barrels. Economists had been looking for about a 900,000 barrel build. U.S. Energy Uniform Sandy Echo Golf shares halted on another circuit breaker. Stock halted up 58% at 656. Uniform Sandy Echo Golf. Tesla, Tango, Sandy, Lima, Alpha Electric just out with an article that the company has a backlog of 80,000 orders for its Powerwall that's worth over $500 million. Tango, Sandy, Lima, Alpha. U.S. Energy, Uniform, Sandy, Echo, Golf shares resume trade following a circuit breaker and continuing higher. The stock over the $7 level. Reminder, we didn't see any news to justify this sharp move higher in U.S. Energy, but this is a low float name, about 4 million shares in the issue. Uniform, Sandy, Echo, Golf. Washington Post a few minutes ago out with an article that senior Democrats are preparing Medicare and climate initiatives as well as tax hikes on wealthy as details of the $3.5 trillion budget deal emerge. Again, that a report from Washington Post. Stocks continuing to mark new lows here. S&P 500 futures up just three-quarters of a point, 43.62 last trade in S&P 500 futures. Barnwell Bravo Romeo November shares move to a session high following an 8K from the company disclosing its Barnwell of Canada subsidiary entered into an asset purchase and sale deal with Tourmaline Oil to sell its oil properties located in Spirit River area of Alberta, Canada. Barnwell shares up 13% here. Bravo Romeo November. Xela Technologies X-Ray Echo Lima Alpha shares marking a new session low down 7%. Stock flirting with the $4 level here. X-Ray Echo Lima Alpha.
PSEG making new high 745.
Westwood Holdings Group Whiskey Hotel Golf shares halted with code news pending. Whiskey Hotel Golf. Macy's ticker M shares falling to a new session low below the 1840 level, down 1.5% here in ticker M. AMC Entertainment Alpha Mike Charlie shares marking a new session low, now below the $34 level. The stock down 14% for the session. That's ticker Alpha Mike Charlie.
$7.70. Wow.
Fed Chair Jay Powell will be testifying in Washington, D.C. before a joint committee starting at noon Eastern time. That's in about 15 minutes here. But note that the prepared remarks, which will be the beginning of that testimony, have been released. They were released earlier this morning. The testimony will also consist of a Q&A segment following the prepared remarks. Rcon Technologies, Romeo Charlie Oscar November shares spiked to a new session high above the $4 level. The stock now up 10%. A session high at 417 in Rcon Technologies, Romeo Charlie Oscar November.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through.
New intraday lows in stocks. S&P 500 futures marking an intraday low at 43.56, turning negative over the last 5 or 10 minutes here, down 4 points.
in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Windmark Whiskey India November Alpha Company announcing a 400,000 share buyback plan increase. That's an increase to its existing buyback plan of 400,000 shares. Whiskey India November Alpha. DraftKings Delta Kilo November Golf shares marking a new session low at 46.02. The stock down about 3.5%. Delta Kilo November Golf. Wells Fargo Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie company currently hosting its Q2 conference call. An exec on the call recently saying that the bank may be able to buy back more than $18 billion included in its capital plan over the next 4-quarter period. Headline there via Reuters. Wells Fargo shares rebounding off of session lows and turning positive, now up 0.7%. Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. U.S. Energy Uniform Sandy Echo Golf shares halted on a circuit breaker to the downside, pulling back from a session high. The stock's still up about 47% for the session. Uniform Sandy Echo Golf.
All right, guys, we have 3 more minutes, and we're gonna be shutting it down for lunchtime.
U.S. Energy Uniform Sandy Echo Golf shares now resuming trade, rebounding a bit here. The stock up 50% for the session. Uniform Sandy Echo Golf. Velocity acquisition, Victor Echo Lima Oscar shares spiking higher, up about 2%. Bloomberg report saying that Eli and Peyton Manning, NFL quarterbacks, backed barbecue guys, said in talks with Velocity. Again, the headline there, barbecue guys, which is supported, backed by Eli and Peyton Manning, in talks with Velocity. Victor Echo Lima Oscar.
All right, just close the trade there in Lulu. It's 11 o'clock, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm here at pre-market all the way to lunchtime, and Thank you very so much. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell so you get notified when I come in on the pre-market. Also, you get signals here through my algo that I've created. Don't forget to give us a like, help us out, and I'll see you guys mañana. Adios.